If you like the video, then please consider supporting Slope's Game Room on Patreon. Hey there guys, this is DJ Slope from Slope's Game Room, and for the first time in my video game related channel's life, I'm going to do one of those standard top 10 things. Hell yes! This is the top 10 games I am most looking forward to playing on the Sega Mega Drive / Genesis collection for the PS4, Xbox One and Steam. Now recently I had the absolute pleasure, so scrub that, the lifelong dream of a pleasure to go to Sega Europe's head office in London. And you know what? On top of a few other bits that we are talking about behind the scenes, which I can't discuss just yet due to signing an NDA, so, you know, don't ask, I did indeed get to play this sexy little compilation, and I have plenty to discuss regarding it. So, well, here we go. I'm DJ Slope and this is the top 10 games I'm most looking forward to playing on the upcoming Sega Mega Drive collection. Welcome to Slope's Game Room. Oh, and by the way, I just want to say that Sega haven't actually asked me to make this video. It's not a final review, but instead a sort of preview of what's coming up. And everything from here on features footage captured directly from a standard PS4 using an Ava Media Live Gamer 1080p LGP Lite. So, let's do this. Number 10. Yeah, it's Columns. What else really needs discussing here? Obviously I've already discussed how much I love the game in my complete history of Columns video, plug. But the most exciting thing about this, apart from easily destroying the original game's trophy, is the fact that the third game is also included in this collection. This is obviously the American game, as it was never released here in Europe. Well, not physically anyway, and it's not just Columns again, but instead it features quite a few extras, including a rather bizarre competitive story. Yeah, it may sound stupid, but it's easily the very best way to play Columns in my opinion, as it forces you to try harder, which results in you completely smashing your opponents when you play them online. This is without a doubt in my mind the ultimate Columns experience. And hey, if that's not to your taste, then at least you can go and play Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine instead. Number 9. What? The Sonic games this low down on the list? Yeah, why not? I own both Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 probably more than any other game in existence. Plus, let's not mention the elephant in the room, shall we? Anyway, yeah, I played these games over and over, which is the only real reason that they're so low down on the list. Of course, they're not bad games, in fact they're some of the greatest games ever made. But for me, I'm more excited about playing through 3D Blast and Spinball again. However, I must say, playing through Sonic 2 in mirror mode was quite the experience. In case you don't know, this compilation includes a feature called the mirror mode, among other things, which essentially just flips the screen. It may seem like a gimmick, and let's be honest, it is. It isn't that hard to quickly get your head around the new style. That is until you play the special stages. All that classic special stage knowledge gets thrown out the window in mirror mode, and it's going to be pretty damn exciting to learn it all again. Number 8. Ah, now this is more like it. The once hidden gem of the Mega Drive. That was before everyone worked out that it was done by the Sonic Team crew and reviewed the hell out of it. With all that said, Ristar is a great game that is fully worth that mad reputation that it has. And thankfully, this collection also includes the Japanese ROM too. And for anyone out there that wants to know why this is so important, well, you're just gonna go and have to watch my complete history, aren't you? Number 7. Yeah, how could I not? A game that I feel totally doesn't get as much love as it perhaps should when compared to other brawlers such as Golden Axe and whatever that other one is. I've always felt hardcore love towards this game, and I'm so surprised that it just never got a proper sequel. Plus, I would even go as far as saying that the 2-player mode in this game is way better than the average brawler, especially when you fight each other over the power-ups in the shop levels. Bring on playing this game online. Number 6. The Revenge of Shinobi is not only one of my top 3 games on the Mega Drive, but probably one of my top games of all time. I absolutely adore this game, and I've played every single revision I can get my hands on. Guaranteed with the unlimited shuriken cheat, of course. But that's that game. Obviously I'm going to complete it again, and obviously it's going to be brilliant. However, 2 games I never played during the heyday of the Mega Drive was Shinobi 3 and Shadow Dancer. In fact, I'm not even sure I've ever completed those games fully, and now is my time to finally do so. Everything I've played of these games so far is perfect platforming goodness, and being able to grab the trophies such as the complete the first 2 stages without using magic on Shadow Dancer and complete a level without throwing a shuriken on Shinobi 3 is going to make me really want to play them over and over again. Just like I did with Revenge. Number 5. Yes, I know Phantasy Star and Shining Force are not part of the same series. But honestly, that is as much as I know. Being such a huge Sega fan and Mega Drive fan for that matter, people always ask me to do the Phantasy Star Complete History and the Shining Force Complete History. But sadly, I just can't do that. I've never played these games, the games that came before it or the games that came after it. And really, now is the time to finally give these games a good go. It's as simple as that. In fact, I'm actually tempted to stream these ones and have my first ever experience of them with you. Nothing more to add because I obviously haven't played them. Moving on. Number 4. Ah yes, coming from a series that I've never played to a game I've played many times. But why so high? Because Comix Zone is a game that if you leave it long enough, you almost need to learn the whole game again. Seriously, on your first attempt in an absolute age, you're more than likely just going to get to about the 2nd or 3rd level. Comix Zone is a game that you have to learn, and it's one of the reasons that a lot of people are put off by it. Bring on that rewind feature, eh? However, put the effort in learning how the mechanics of the game works, and I think the game ends up becoming a rather excellent game indeed. Just remember, when in doubt, use the rat. Number 3. Oh yes, one of the very first games I ever played on a Mega Drive, thanks to those old Mega Games compilations, and a game that's stuck with me to this very day. The original is great, the sequel is great, and the third game is, yeah, it's alright. But hang on a minute, let's all be honest here. The same thing happened with Streets of Rage 3. I created a complete history on both these franchises and sort of just dismissed the third games. Yeah, I played them, but not that much. And now it's finally time to give Golden Axe 3 the time it deserves. In short, Golden Axe 3 is a game that was teased in gameplay mags but sadly only got released in Japan, apart from online on the Sega channel in the States that is. It's a game that seems quite far removed from the original two, and therefore has been instantly dismissed by hardcore fans of the games ever since. However, ever since I created my complete history of Golden Axe and ripped apart the third entry, I have found plenty of people rush to the comments to its defense. And I've actually started to see quite a bit of behind the scenes, under the hood hidden features in the game that really showed off where the devs wanted to take Golden Axe 3. Did they succeed? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Number 2. Come on, it's Streets of Rage! Of course I was gonna bloody choose these games. They are probably my favourite games on the system. They are the complete history that propelled my channel further than any other, and they're a series that I truly do hold dear to my heart. Yes, I'm going to play through each one again, but with the Japanese releases of 2 and 3 also included on the discs, I'm going to have more fun than ever, especially with number 3, which we'll obviously now call Bare Knuckle 3. Just like the last entry, I didn't really give the game as much of a chance as perhaps I should have done. After all, it's not the game I grew up with. Number 1 and number 2 are literally some of gaming's greatest moments ever. But number 3, well, something big changed, and in all honesty, it didn't translate too well outside of Japan. But since then, I have learnt to love the soundtrack. Shout out to my Data Discs crew. And of course, I have also discovered why the Japanese release is easily the superior version. It's time to give Bare Knuckle 3 another go and take on Mr. X once again. Number 1. So, what's number 1? You was expecting me to say Streets of Rage, wasn't you? But I didn't. I played through the vast majority of those games over and over again, probably more than any other game in existence. And for that alone, I did have to knock it down a peg. Which is why, for the top spot, I'm gonna cheat by talking about 3 different games. All developed by this awesome little company. Treasure. Fans of the show will know I'm a huge fan of this company, and I am attempting to cover everything they've ever done. So playing games like Alien Soldier in its full Japanese 60Hz glory is without a doubt going to be one of the disc's main highlights for me. But it doesn't stop there. I recently mentioned the possibility of a Dynamite Heady complete history, and well, that's definitely happening now thanks to this collection. But I can also play Landstalker, which in all honesty I really need to learn a lot more about. But best of all, it's obviously gonna have to be Gunstar Heroes. Of course it had to be Gunstar Heroes. Yes, I've covered it before and explained my pure love for the game, so why is it pretty much my number 1 choice? Well, it's simple. Can any of you actually tell me a better game out of this long list that's going to be better to play online? I don't think so. Gunstar Heroes will absolutely rock online. I can't wait to try it out and eventually become the master that I once was all those years ago. Hey there guys, thanks for checking out the video. I want to give a big special shout out to all my patrons as usual, going to Ryan Burford, Gary Pinkett, Andrew Dalton, Brent Craft, Joe Lazares, Ian A. Chapman, Phil Lowlins, Retro to Next Gen, Garzigor Cielski, Samuel Victor, Red the Beard, John Fuller, Michael, Conrad Constantine, Pretendo64, Mike Fallon, Gavin Gorvez, Creamy Elephant, James Loveridge, Casey Garner, Blitz, Hedgie, Ben Hall, Gemma at Mr. T-Shirts, Marcus King Emo, Cut Tyndall, June, Rob Jenkins, The Geeky Dad, Richard Carter, aka Fantastic Dizzy, Thunder Control, Todd Poolfloat G, Petty Mew, and Brian Rawson. If you want to be part of this list, get your name shout out, get your name shown, come and see what I'm working on, join the secret exclusive Patreon rooms in my Discord chat, as well as plenty of other exclusives, then click the link that you see on the screen. Don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, a thumbs down, whatever you prefer. But for now, this is DJ Slope signing out, and hopefully I'll see you all next time.